Okay, this is my second YouTube video about the child sponsorship that I do. And this is the first child that I sponsored. His name is Yusto. I can't show you his child ID, but he lives in Indonesia and he's 9. And this isn't actually the original picture. I have the welcome packet from him, and my daughter was going through it, and this picture that I have of him is the updated one. He wasn't smiling in the first picture. He looked very, very sad. Um, Sorry, I don't know what my daughter did with the picture, so I can't show you that. If I find it, I will definitely put it on YouTube. But he had been waiting 799 days when I sponsored him. So I felt really bad because it'd been a long time. And I don't know why nobody was sponsoring him, but on the website it had said that his school didn't have a latrine, it didn't have sanitation, he didn't have clean drinking water. So through my sponsorship, it basically helps the kids in Indonesia. And it's not just helping Yusto, it's helping all the kids in his community and also in his school. It provides school supplies for the kids. It also gives them access to clean drinking water, which they don't otherwise have. Um, they built a latrine at his school with sanitation and taught them about hygiene and washing their hands so that they don't get sick. And he wants to be a pilot when he grows up. So, I'm writing letters back and forth and I'm encouraging him. Isn't he cute? I'm encouraging him to learn English. So, because I told him, pilots need to know English. So he says he's going to try and learn. I'm planning on sending him maybe like a kid's picture dictionary. I'm not sure because it has to fit in a 10 by 13 envelope, so I have to see if I can find a book that's small enough, like a picture dictionary that's small enough that I can send to him, so him and his friends can use it and learn basic English. But there's a couple letters that I got from Yusto. This is I'm gonna cover up my address, but this is the envelope, what the envelope looks like from Indonesia, and this is the letter that I got. I got a couple letters from him. He likes drawing pictures. This is one of the pictures that I got. This is the picture in his own handwriting. You can see it there. And this is the translated letter that they send you. And then these are the pictures that he drew. He likes to draw pictures. I get a lot of pictures of houses. This is a house, as you can see there, with the flowers, the people in the house. And then this is another letter that I got from him. This is another one where he wrote in his own handwriting. And then on the other side is more pictures of houses, which is Ruma in his language. There's also Pohen, which is tree, and clouds, which is awan. And then he also sent me another picture with the sun on it, which is matahari. So I'm learning a little bit about his language, which is Bahasa, which I like doing that. And then again, here's the translated letter that they send. And just like in my previous video with Kylie, that you get in your welcome packet, you get the postcards that you can send to the child. And it takes a long time for these sponsored children in these foreign countries, because when you send it to them, you have to send it to their office in the countries, because all these sponsorship places have offices in the countries where the children are sponsored. But you send the letter to them, and then it gets to the country, and they have to open it to make sure that the letter is appropriate and that there's nothing in there that they can't have. And then they have to translate it, and then it gets to the child, which can take a long time because a lot of these kids live in remote areas where they don't have access to the postal service. So basically, sometimes it gets delivered by cars, but sometimes it gets delivered on bikes, on foot, on camel, depending on where they live. And then they have to write the letter, and then and seems like it's the paper that they provide. I haven't gotten anything on a different piece of paper besides this, so I'm assuming they provide the paper. And then it has to be translated and then sent back to you. So it can take a month to a month and a half, sometimes a little bit longer. And it's at first it's a little slow going because you're not really sure what to write, and I like to send information about me and my life and where I live, and the different things going on here, and then asking him questions about where he lives in Indonesia. He told me about 1001 Hills, which is a big thing in Indonesia, and they don't have clean drinking water, which a lot of sponsored these kids that need sponsors, they don't have. Any sponsorship thing that you look at is going to tell you that they don't have access to drinking water, and a lot of these kids are very poor. Their houses are run down. A lot of these kids live in like mud huts. And so I love doing the sponsorship. Eusto was my first one that I sponsored. Like I said, he'd been waiting 799 days. So I was very happy that I got him, and he seems very happy that he got a sponsor. So if it's something that you've never thought about doing, I suggest doing it because it can have a big impact. It helps the school, it helps the community, it helps the parents learn skills so that they can get jobs, because a lot of these parents don't have an education. In Indonesia, where Yusto lives, it's the second poorest region in Indonesia. And the parents make like $3 a day. So it's very poor, and the sponsorship not only helps build the schools, it helps early learning schools, it helps with literacy, school supplies. It has these after school programs. It helps the parents learn skills so that they can get jobs, and it also helps teach the parents the importance of an education, because in a lot of these countries, the kids don't get an education because either the parents don't have the money to send them, or because the parents don't understand the value of an education. And once they realize that, then they want their kids to go to school. So the sponsorship really, really helps. And, I love getting these letters. It puts a smile on my face and makes me happy, even though they're short letters as of right now. I mean, Eustace only 9, so I have 9 more years of sponsoring him. So I'm hoping that within the 9 years, the letters get longer, and hopefully we can start corresponding in English once he starts learning. I'm going to try, hopefully with my letters he can learn. And like I said, I'm going to try and send him a dictionary, like a kid's dictionary for English learners. You can get certain gifts, but they have to be in a 10 by 13 envelope. So please do child sponsorship. It's very important. They do have child sponsorship in the United States. If you would rather do that, there's a couple of them that have it. But there's kids all around the world that need our help. So please, if you've never thought about doing it, please do it. It can, it helps these kids realize that there's somebody that loves them, that doesn't even know them, someone from all around the world. And visiting Eusto, which I plan on doing, not right away, probably write to him for a couple of years. And I've always wanted to go to Indonesia, so that's a trip for the future. But look into child sponsorship. It's a great, great thing, and I love doing it so much. And I love getting these letters. I mean, even though it's usually pictures of houses, and just seeing his handwriting, like, that touches my heart, even though I have no clue what it says. And this translated letter does not look as long as this one, but apparently the translation, some of the words are longer, or they have longer letters. So it's just a great thing, and you put a smile on a child's face. So if you've never thought about doing it, think about doing it. Even if you just go on the websites and look, there's a lot of child sponsorship places, and you don't even have to sponsor a child. You can just make a donation every month, and the donations, also help too with the same thing that child sponsorship does. So I hope you like this video. I will do 2 other videos on my other sponsored children that I have. So talk to you later. Bye.